Get serious. We're going to talk to Annora from it's Volunteer Untapped ATX, and I believe she is on the phone with us. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. How are y'all?
Doing good, doing good. What were you doing during the eclipse?
I was parked next to some of my second grade students, and we were yelling loudly every time a cloud passed over.
Waving their fists to the sky.
Yeah, it's like, move, get out the way, get out the way. Yeah.
Was that the only time expletives were allowed? Did you just turn a blind eye? You were already with the Ray Charles glasses on. It's like, I didn't hear or see nothing.
Yes, it was, the clouds definitely threw everyone off. I don't think that they quite understood the concept that the clouds weren't the eclipse at times, but it was a great time.
Exactly. Yes, it's kind of like you want the clouds out of I really wanted the clouds out of the way. I'm not going to front, but, you know, I mean, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? So tell us a little bit about Volunteering Untapped.
Yeah, so we are a nonprofit project here in Austin, Texas, and we provide second Saturday volunteer opportunities every month with different nonprofits in and around the Austin area. And after every event, we have social hours. So our volunteers can go give back to the community and then network and have some food and beverages at a local restaurant.
Very cool, very cool. Now, there's something called Second Saturdays. Tell us about Second Saturdays.
Yeah, so Volunteering Untapped, I'll give you a little bit of the history, too. So it was founded in Baltimore by a man named Seth Franz, and he wanted to remove the barriers to volunteering as an individual. So I don't know if y'all have ever tried to volunteer as an individual, but there's usually a lot of upfront collateral that you have to give, whether or not it's your time, consistent schedules, every Wednesday for 6 months, and it can be challenging as an individual to make that work. And so Seth Franz saw this need in the community, and he came up with the concept of Second Saturday. And essentially, we keep it consistent on the second Saturday so that it's predictable. It's, a 2 to 3 hour time frame every month, and our volunteers can plan ahead for it. And they also they can pick and choose, which volunteer events they want to come. And so if they're out of town one weekend, they can come the next month, and they don't have to. There's that barrier removed. So that's essentially what the second Saturday is for.
Gotcha. Well, we definitely understand it because that's mainly what we do here at KZI is we do volunteer our time. We have a lot of folks up here who are our associates, and we give of our time. So we definitely can relate to that. Now, you're from Baltimore. What brought you to Austin and forming a chapter in Austin?
Actually, I'm from Philadelphia.
Oh, Philly. All right. Philly's in the building.
Hey. I'm
a
Philly girl. And so, that's a great question. Why does anyone come to Austin, right? I had been visiting Austin when I was in grad school, and for about 3 or 4 years, I kept coming back annually. And Austin was very different at the time, and I, really fell in love with what made it different from Philadelphia. And I was ready for a change. I grew up in and around the Philly area, lived in Philly for about 9 years, and I said, you know what? Let's just go down to Texas and see what happens. Nice.
You should have brought a cheesesteak restaurant with you, though. I'm a cheesesteak loving fool, I swear.
There are some, I will say, this is a bit of a tangent, but there are some solid, legit Philly cheesesteak places here. One of them is Chili's Phillies. I've had his, really, really yummy. And then my brother, who also lives here now, swears by R&B's Steak and Fries.
Oh, yeah.
They're like bona fide like Philly cheesesteak guys.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go on the hunt.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, because I got an East Coast guy with me here, so he knows the deal.
Yeah, they're during the spoken word heights of the early 2000s, I might have spent just about every weekend for about 6 months straight in Philadelphia when I was living in Maryland. So yeah, I know it very well. I don't want to get you on a tangent, but I will ask one other little thing. So it sounds like that you guys may also partner up with other nonprofits, or you guys do this. You guys go solo?
No, we are very much Volunteering Untapped serves as a connection between the nonprofit organizations themselves and the community members who want to volunteer. And so we reach out. Our director of partnerships, Scott Segal, his role is to reach out and research nonprofits in the area that maybe we've volunteered with before or that we have not, volunteered with, and basically pitch a second Saturday event to them and say, hey, we can bring anywhere from, 25 to 50 volunteers. Our volunteers are amazing. They are literally the most eager beavers. They will do anything that is asked of them, and they get it done quickly and efficiently and with effectiveness, I will say. And so, we reach out to these nonprofits, and then if they say, yeah, we're interested, we go ahead and pass that along to Shelby Duarte, who is our director of logistics, and she sets up the day of events details, so location, time, negotiating the number of volunteers that they have, so that capacity, and then we go from there.
Annora, I need some help here, though. No one likes me. I don't have a lot of friends.
Please pay no attention to that.
But what it sounds like, it almost sounds like you guarantee that if I show up and volunteer, if I'm not on a wait list, if I get to volunteer, people are kind of obligated to hang out with me after. You said there's a little social hour after that.
Yes.
You got me. You got me for that reason. You got me. This is great because there are more of me that are out there that are like this. And now,
and that's what scares us, but that's okay. Go ahead.
This is great. This is great. So no, but I like that part of it. That I just want to circle back. That is an amazing idea that there's going to be a little social hour at the end of that. If you're new to town and you want to come in, you just want to jump in, roll up your sleeves and participate, you now have a new network. I mean, there's all of those people. I see that your director of finance is from Houston, Alan Ines. So he's going to be able to tell us a little bit about that, try to talk us into going out. You got Shelby Duarte. She Edinburgh, Texas. Like, if you've never heard of it, she could tell you about it. And then, I guess the Celtics are doing amazing right now in the NBA. They're the #1 seed in the East Coast. I guess we can have some conversations with Katie Greenwood since she's from Massachusetts. She's insufferable right now about the Celtics. Am I right? Let me just guess. I'm gonna guess that one there. And then lastly, Scott Stegall. He's from North Carolina, and he's a prior service military man. So we appreciate his service, and I'd like to get some haircut advice from him. He's a rather debonair, sharp-looking guy. So I like the stat. I like your board. I like everything that I'm hearing here. This is exciting.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And we also have she's new to our board. Her name is Tara Young, and she is our fabulous director of social media. She's not on the website yet. But she is wonderful. She had previously served on the YNPN board out in California, or a YNPN board out in California, and she brings a really wonderful, fresh perspective to social media. And she's been on our board for about 2-ish, 3 months now, and she is just transforming our Instagram in a way that I didn't even know was possible. So she needs a shout out too, but she's not on the website yet.
Okay, no problem. But I added a little humor to that. Thank you for playing along. But I want everyone to feel kind of what I was saying there. That was an extreme circumstance, but it sounds like anyone can join. It sounds like anyone could. You'll take us all?
Yes, we'll take all of you. Bring one, bring all. We want everyone. Yes.
Hey, but that's key, and I want people to have that opportunity. And there are always great opportunities to volunteer, and for you to come on and be able to talk to us about that helps a lot. Now, how can we get involved? What exactly? Who do I reach out to? It sounds like if I have a conversation with the director of marketing, she's gonna talk Celtics. I don't want to talk to her. Who's the person I should? How do we do this?
So that's a great question, and it sounds like you were doing your own research on us on our website, which is volunteeringuntappedATX.com. All of our events are listed on there. We actually, if you're interested, we still have spots for this Saturday.
Ooh.
So we would love to have you. That is with Keys, and it is Partners in Education, Agriculture, and Sustainability. It is at a South Austin school, which I work in. Austin ISD is a speech therapist, and so it's near and dear to my heart. And I've been waiting for a chance to volunteer with them for years. So I am super stoked about it. And then our social hour is going to be at Last Stand. They have some tables reserved for us. And so we're really excited about this event. But if you're interested in other events, we publish them all on our website. You will see them, whether we have a Second Saturday event, an upcoming fundraising event. Last week we trialed an Uno tournament to see how that would go, and we're hoping to do more quarterly happy hours such as that in the future. And you can just sign up. You just basically give us your email, your name, and you sign a waiver, and then you're good to go, and that's it.
Annora, this has been great. I'm having so much fun, but now, here comes the tough stuff. I'm going to hit you with the hard stuff. Annora, you came here, you're the founder, you're the executive director, got it. But tell me about someone that you have met, a friendship that you have made. Boom, send it. Let's go.
Well, through Volunteering Untapped?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Oh, my gosh.
Got her.
You're putting me on the spot.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a list.
The friendly stuff is over.
Well, I guess, it's hard to pick one person, and I know that sounds like a blanket answer, but it's really true.
Yeah.
There's so many people that I've met over the last almost 4 years that have come into my life through VU as a volunteer, as a board member. I have met so many wonderful people. I will say every board member that I've worked with has taught me something new, and so all the board members that have ever served have really influenced me, and taught me something about being, an executive director, how to manage a team, and how to do it, in hopefully, a fair, equitable way. And just the people that come to the events, their energy, you'll have to see for yourself. So I expect all y'all to come on Saturday, and you can see it for yourself. The energy that our volunteers bring in, especially when we have these repeat volunteers, I think that just really seals it all up for me in a cute little envelope and makes me remember why I wanted to bring VU to Austin. Because there's something about our volunteers that they're fun, they're bright, they're just so ready to give back, and they come from so many different backgrounds. So the number of people that you'll run into, it varies every time. It's never the same. And so I can't pick one person, but I have been changed, honestly, for the better by everyone that I've come into contact with through Volunteering Untapped, whether it's been a board member or a volunteer. And I've grown a lot, both personally and professionally, because of the organization. And so I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, you guys even have a wait list too, right?
Yes, we do have wait lists sometimes. I think if I remember correctly, the capacity for our second Saturday this weekend is 40. And I believe we have about 32 registered. So there should be about 8 spots left. But we also have wait lists in the event that the event's still up, because that's one of the challenges that, as a nonprofit volunteer organization, and I'm sure y'all understand this too, nonprofits operate on bare bones, right? And so when we bring in, volunteers, sometimes it's overwhelming for them, and they say, hey, we want to do a 40, 50 person event, but we only have the capacity for 10. And so that's kind of, every month is going to be a little bit different, because we have to work with them and meet them where they're at, while also keeping in mind the volunteer experience for our members, because sometimes we'll sell out in the first day, and which is wonderful, but then it's oh man, this is only a 25 person event, and then we have 60% actually show up, and right. So I'm sure you guys understand that it's a give and take, and it's a every month is a problem solving Tetris game.
You answered it perfectly. I made the joke to put you on the spot. Wasn't really trying, but you answered it perfectly, because that's exactly where I was trying to get to, is to find out, what are we gaining? And you said it. You've met people. You've learned so much from them. So thank you for that. That was awesome. But this one is really hard. This one's hard. This one is the real hard one. Okay, Annora, I want to know what I need to wear, because I wear a sleeveless fishnet shirt everywhere I go, and I want to know, is there a dress code, and can I always, I work out, so I gotta show off the guns. Is there a dress code? Is my fishnet shirt gonna work?
There's not a dress code. You might get, you might get a little sunburn in that, but depending on the event.
Yeah, you forgot you in Texas, man. We own the sun up in here. Come
But then, yeah, so for this event, because we're outside with Keys, we'll be working it's a community garden, and so we'll be working outside. And so there's recommended clothing, such as closed-toe shoes, high socks in case you step on a fire ant hill, which those are awful. And so there's recommendations. We're not going to not let you volunteer, but there's recommendations for your own safety.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Just very curious also, when I'm out there, is it free reign? Like we could talk Rocky movies. I mean, you being from Philly, we can talk that. We can talk some jazz. We talk the Roots. We talk some Will Smith. I mean, is all that up there? Do I get to socialize while volunteering, or is
Absolutely.
it just straight and narrow? Focus, Dougie. Focus. Is that what it's going to be like?
No, it's not straight focus. I will say it honestly depends on the event. But our volunteers, like I said, they're for lack of a better word, they're luminescent, right? And so they love to chat. They're very social. But you also, if you're an introvert, you will find a spot that fits your personality. You will find groups of people within the events that fit what you're looking for. And what I really love about all of our nonprofits is that they, regardless of what we're doing, whether it's landscaping, whether it's painting, organizing. In February, we did an event with Sam's Adventure Camp, and we stuffed Awesome Marathon goodie bags. And it was an assembly line event, but everyone was still talking. And then you could switch to another section. You could take a break. They had snacks. So that's just an example of one event. But yeah, you are welcome to talk about whatever you like. I don't know if you'll find the audience every time, but you are welcome to try.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, so give us your socials one more time. We gave Volunteering Untapped ATX.com. You guys are on Instagram as well, right?
Yes, we are, and that is where you'll find the most of our updates. It's VU _ATX.
Very cool. We can slide in your DMs and say, "Hey, I want to volunteer."
Yeah.
Nice.
Sure can.
Sounds good. Annora, thank you so much for dropping by. We certainly appreciate it.
You're great, Annora.
Oh, thank you so much. It was great to talk to y'all, and I expect to see you on Saturday.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna bring my daughter with me. She's got twice as much energy as an old man, so okay. I'm gonna put her to work.
And the fishnet shirt is ready.
Oh my goodness!
Amazing.
Yeah, we can say
doing push-ups already.
There you go. Thanks a lot, Annora.